Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Matthew. This is my first YouTube video, and I just want to talk for a minute about the way that we use religion, or the way that Christianity seems to be associated with patriotism in the United States. We have phrases like "In God We Trust," "One Nation Under God," the song "God Bless America," that politicians and Americans in general just love to just flout around. Just like a banner, like just something that we all have in common. You know, we're a Christian nation, and my issue is that we call ourselves a Christian nation, or that we feel like our nation was founded on godly principles. Um, when these phrases were written, you know, "In God We Trust," they're put on all of our money. You know, the Pledge of Allegiance, the patriotic song "God Bless America." They were put into place to stir up the religious fervor that, you know, really helps patriotism. It really does. Let's just be honest. You know, the religious fanaticism that can result from any extremist group it's worth something. You know, it gets people to do things. It gets people to do things that they wouldn't necessarily otherwise do. I don't have a problem with these phrases, like, say, "God bless America" in general, but because when I hear the phrase, I think "God bless Americans." You know, I would say "God bless China." You know, China is a fucking communist country that's starving its goddamn people. But I would say "God bless China" because I'm not saying "God bless the fucked up, tyrannical, goddamn socio-economic political system that is just, you know, forcing its occupants to live in just not, you know, frankly, horrible conditions. I mean, compared to the way we live in America. And let me just say, just put it out there, I am very happy I'm born in America. I really am, because I have advantages that I would not have anywhere else, and that billions of people in the world do not have. So throughout this video, if I sound like I'm bad-mouthing America, I am to an extent, but I'm kind of a hypocrite because I still am fucking glad I live here. So let's talk about the phrase, "God bless America," for instance. I don't think God really gives two shits about America. I don't. God cares about people. God cares about individuals. God cares about the plight of humanity. God doesn't really care about America, or the United States of America, certainly not more than he cares about any other goddamn country in the world. My biggest issue is that we have this notion that we are a Christian nation, that we are founded on godly principles, and it's simply not true. You know, the entire Revolutionary War flies in the face of the teachings of the Bible. The apostles, Peter, Paul, Mary, not really, said that we are supposed to submit ourselves to the rule of the authority that is put over us. God, essentially, because he's in control of everything, you know, will put authorities in place. God is completely responsible for the communist rule of China. He is completely responsible for the fucking horrific wars and murdering of children, you know, that goes on in Sudan right now. God is the one responsible for it. But as Christians, we are directed to put ourselves in submission to whatever authority is over us. And the Bible specifically says that rebelling against these authorities is rebelling against God, because he's the one that put them there. So when you have a nation that has been started on principles that fly in the face of the Bible, I have a problem with that nation calling themselves a Christian nation. You know, we have the Revolutionary War that was essentially started because the early American colonials were unhappy with the rule of the British. You know, King George was raising the taxes. It was oppressive in a lot of ways. It really was, and it looks great. You know, it's like a David and Goliath story. You know, they throw off the authority that's over them, and they establish their own goddamn nation. You know, fucking good for them. But don't call yourself a Christian nation, because you can't say "In God We Trust." You can't write that on all your fucking money after you have very clearly displayed an incredible lack of trust in God by throwing off the authority that he has put over you. When he says, fucking submit yourself to the authority that I've put over you, or that has been put over you, and he's responsible for it. So to say in God we trust or God bless America, why would God bless America? Why? I think God should bless American people. I think God should take care of American people because they're fucking people, because they're human beings, not because they're goddamn Americans. Because God doesn't have an investment in America. If the United States of America fell fucking tomorrow, there would be no angels weeping in heaven, when the goddamn Statue of Liberty got her fucking head cut off. There wouldn't be, because God really doesn't give two shits about the socio-political economic system that we've set up, that we call the United States of America. It's a fucking corrupt system run by goddamn big money. So it's really hypocritical for us to tie together the notions of Christianity and patriotism. But it works. It's fanaticism. It's political fervor. It works great for politics. I mean, when was the last time you heard a politician give a speech that he didn't end with, "and fucking God bless America"? That's such bullshit. Goddamn Obama doesn't give two shits about God. Bush didn't give two shits about God. There have been maybe half a dozen real Christians that have taken power in America or in the United States. It's just very, very hypocritical. And I have to say before leaving, I know this is probably going to irritate a lot of people or piss a lot of people off because, like I said, patriotism is very, very closely connected with religion, with Christianity. We hear the phrase "God and country," thrown about like fucking water balloon. I'm not sure why it's like a water balloon, but it is, and it pisses people off. So I just want to put the disclaimer out there that I don't hate America. Again, you see people like to fucking Phelps at the Westboro Baptist Church who will just just rally behind this God hates America signs and God hates fag signs and all this other just hateful shit that is completely, against anything that the Bible teaches. And in fact, one of the things that God hates, it says very clearly in the Bible, God hates dissent among the brethren. So what fucking better way to describe the Phelps than people who cause dissent among the brethren? So if God hates anything, it's the fucking Phelps in the Westboro Baptist Church. So I certainly am not supporting that in any sense of the word. All right, that's it. Peace.